Hey guys, how to install OG Fortnite Chapter 1 on all iOS devices. Now, this is not the current OG season of Fortnite that is being produced by Epic Games. Today, what I'm going to be showing you how to install is fan-created, fan-hosted custom OG Chapter 1 servers that allow you to experience the greatness and nostalgia of OG Chapter 1. And of course, the best part is it's free for all iOS users to install. It takes just a few minutes and it's super simple, so let's hop into it. Now, before I go into exact detail of how to install these OG versions of Fortnite on your iOS for free and within a few minutes, I have two things to say. One is I am not affiliated with either of these projects. I am just a very passionate Fortnite mobile player, and I have noticed time and time again over the last few months and years that people are always asking for ways to play Fortnite on your iOS device. And so this is just me publishing information of how to download these community-made projects on your iPhone or iPad. I am no way affiliated. This is no way sponsored. This is just me repurposing the information and giving you guys a one-stop shop on how to download the best community-made versions of Fortnite at the moment on your iOS devices. And with that out of the way, the second thing is you will need some general applications and things to make this installation possible. The first is going to be you will need iTunes and iCloud downloaded onto your PC. I'll leave links to both of these down below in the description. If you just have the regular Windows App Store version of iTunes or iCloud, it will not work. You will need to actually download, set up, and install this version of iTunes, so that way your PC has all the proper settings and files to make sure that you can actually sideload this app to your device. Then you will need to download the main program, which is Sideload. It is an application that allows your computer to connect to your device to sideload and basically force load apps onto your device. It is very safe. I've done this time and time again with multiple versions of Fortnite, and I've never had an issue. You will, of course, USB cable or way to connect your device to your computer, and let's get started. Now, these methods are shockingly similar in terms of order of operation and steps and how they work, but still, I'll be giving detailed tutorials for both. Now, the first thing you want to do is make sure your device is connected to your PC, and when you connect it, there should be a pop-up on your Apple device, something along the lines of, do you want to trust this computer? And you want to click yes. This will allow the transformation of data from your PC to your iPhone or iPad to allow the app to actually sideload. The next thing you want to do is actually open up the Sideload program. Once you've done so, you should see two different devices for you to connect to. One will be the Wi-Fi version of your device, and one will be the USB version. You want to click the USB version because this is how we will be sideloading the app from your PC to your phone or tablet. Then you'll need to enter the Apple ID of the device that is connected to your PC in the little box right below the drop down. This is because later you're gonna have to sign in and ultimately verify your Apple ID credentials in a later step of the process. But now that those steps are completed, let's move on to actually how to install the EasyFN version of the game, and it's super simple. The first thing you want to do is download the EasyFN IPA file from the link in the description, and depending on when you're watching this video, you might download a different version or season of this game than the one that I'm downloading. Currently is Chapter 1, I think Season 7, Update 4, but regardless, all the information will still apply and work the same. Once the IPA is downloaded, you want to go ahead and drag and drop it into the program. You'll know that this works because you'll see Jonesy giving you a little cheeky smile on the left-hand side of the application. You then want to click the start button at the bottom of the application. It will prompt you for your Apple ID passcode, and trust me, I know it might seem a little sketch, but it's basically just verifying that you are indeed the owner of this device, and that's all it's doing. So enter your Apple ID password, and then it'll prompt you for a 2FA code. Enter that two-factor authentication code, and your device should be properly connected. Then the app will actually begin to sideload. It'll take maybe a minute or 90 seconds, so don't get worried if you don't see the app immediately on your device, but make sure that your device does stay on, it doesn't go to sleep, or you don't lock the phone at any moment during this installation process, or you might have to restart. Once you see the app on your home screen, you're ready to move on to the next step, and that is to go to Settings, Privacy and Safety, Developer Mode, and then turn this setting on. You'll be prompted to restart your device. You will click restart your device. Once the device has rebooted and turned on, and you've unlocked your device, you will then be asked if you want to actually enter developer mode and turn it on. You will of course say yes, and this brings you to the final step, and that is to go back into the settings, go back to general, VPN and device management, click on your Apple ID, and trust it as a developer. This is what will allow you access into this application for a 7-day period. For some reason, even though we are sideloading the app, we are only given 7 days of this app working. So just keep that in mind. If you plan to play EasyFN over and over and for weeks and months, you might have to reinstall this application basically once every week when the certification ends. And then of course, just open up the game, let everything download, and you'll be ready to play. Now, how to download Project Nova is very similar. There's basically just one step and it is at the very beginning. How to download Project Nova onto your iOS device. It's super simple though. All you have to do is download the Project Nova IPA file from the link in the description. Same thing as before. I know this team is constantly working on different versions of Fortnite, different seasons, different chapters, so you might actually be downloading a different version of Fortnite than the one that I'm showing, but still everything will still apply. Similarly as before, you want to make sure that your Apple ID is entered into that little box and then click start. You want to enter your Apple ID password when prompted and then enter the 2FA code that it gives you on your iPad or iPhone into the program, and then your app should be sideloading. Same as before, it'll take 60 to 90 seconds depending on your device, but make sure that your device doesn't go to sleep or get locked during this process, or you might have to restart it from the very beginning. Once you do see the Project Nova application on your phone, that means you can move on to one of the last steps, and that is to go and turn on the developer mode in your settings. And you do that by opening up your settings, going to privacy and safety, developer mode, and then turning this setting on. You will restart your device, and once you have restarted, the device will prompt you if you do indeed want to turn on developer mode. You will say yes. That is how all of this ends up working. And for the final step, you'll go to settings, general, VPN and device management, and then you will click your Apple ID and click trust as developer. This is what allows your device to actually use the application without it thinking it's some sort of application that shouldn't be there. And those are all the steps. Basically the exact same. The only thing that's different is the IPA file that you're sideloading onto your device. Now again, I'm not affiliated with any of these programs or anything like that, and so I will not be giving you guys updates or news on these applications. I will be leaving their Discord link down below in the description if you guys do want to join them. That's where you can be kept up to date on all the latest news, information, tidbits, updates, and of course downloads and latest versions to install these games if you think you're going to be playing them long term. From what I've been able to see so far, the developers and the creators of these different applications have been doing their absolute best to try to provide the iOS community a fun, safe, and reliable way to play Fortnite on their iOS devices. Obviously, the process is as simple as just going on the App Store or looking up the app and downloading it. There are some extra steps, but at the end of the day, if you guys have searched up this video and you want to play Fortnite on your iOS device, I think everyone's willing to put in the few extra minutes of time every single week, or just when you want to try out this game to get things up and running. So I would also highly recommend, again, to be in the Discord so you can stay updated on the information. I don't know how often things are going to change. Once again, they might change seasons. There might be a new and more efficient way to download and install the game, or there might be some things pertaining to server availability and queue times and all that stuff. Or you can join the Discords and squad up with people. I believe that's also an option to join people's parties, squad up and play. And so I hope everyone watching this video got the information they were looking for. If you're wondering why I didn't provide information on how to download these apps without a PC, it's because depending on the time you're watching this video, there might actually not be a way for you to download the app without a PC. But it seems like the PC version is 100% reliable. It is always a working method, and that is why I chose this rather than choosing, I believe it's the ability to sign the app or something, or like sideload without a PC. It's pretty weird, pretty confusing. But even right now when I'm recording this, there isn't a way to download and sideload these apps without a PC. Also, as one little quick note, I believe regardless of which app you decide to download, either the EasyFN version or the Project Nova version, you will have to join their Discords to actually create an account through their Discords. That way you can sign into their application and actually start playing. I don't think you need an email or any like sort of information, but I think for both applications you do need to be in the Discords. This is also where you can get the most up-to-date support information. I'm not a tech support guy. I won't be helping you guys out in the comment section if you guys have any questions. So once again, I keep saying join the Discord, and that's because for both of these applications, that's where you're going to be able to get the most support, the most help. And again, I'm not affiliated with either of these services, so go bug them and not me. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.